Let me get this water back running. I'll have to make me a report because something ain't right. We need this water running out here. It's a beautiful day, my good people. It's a beautiful day to just understand about being yourself. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to get you some air. Get out here by this water. Smell these animals. Look at the frogs. Put your phone down and just talk to the people on your live. Because everybody should be getting off work around this time. Most people. It's a joyous occasion for you to... Shit, that wasn't good. It's a joyous occasion for you to get out here, work out, enjoy being outside, enjoy just feeling the wind. So many trees of all different kinds. It's better for you to just get out here and enjoy yourself. Just get you a little piece of this nature, because where I'm at, it's a place of peace for me. I come here often just to get my mind right, you know. I just got done eating some chicken, so I'm a little chunky right now. I got a little chunky, but I ain't fat though, feel me? Don't get it twisted. But man, I'll tell you what, it's a conversation going on about people trying to segregate Americans again. They want to segregate one race of people from the other. It's a lot of nationalities here in this country right now. So with there being so many nationalities in this country, now let me get over here so I can give y'all some light, so I ain't talking to y'all in the dark. Let me do that. So there's so many nationalities out here that it's going to be hard to actually separate people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people that want to identify as that, it's not even a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's something that people just made up to divide people. But when Black Americans start thriving without being around nobody and they was just by themselves, it ruffled a lot of feathers to the point to where they wanted to flood, bomb, set on fire all the communities the Black Americans was wealthy in, with their own land, their own businesses, their own banks and everything. They chose to demolish all of it because they needed us a part of their system in order for them to make money. So with that being said, if they was to divide us and separate us again, we would just go back to thriving as we did before. However, I'm going to run for a position in the seat in our leadership. And I'm going to ask, if we're going to be segregated, we need to be sent off with our reparations. Not only do we need to be sent off with our reparations, we need to also be given 2 to 3 acres of land each, at least 2 to 3 acres of land each. Yeah, we need that. Not only do we need that, we need to be sent off with the budget to create our own army and our own defense system to keep people from doing the same things they did to us before. And we need to be left alone, able to govern and police ourselves. I can tell you one thing that I'm going to do immediately when all of this stuff happens is I'm going to start a security company of my own so that I can secure all of the Black hotels, all of the Black businesses, all of the neighborhoods, all the fenced in neighborhoods that we might have. I'm going to start a security business for that specific reason. So we can have protection. Because without protection, you won't get too far. The same thing is going to happen to us. So being a part of leadership, that would be the first thing that I propose. Is we have protection for ourselves. And I want to be the leader of that. Because I know in my mindset, our gardens, the places where we grow, our cattle, our land, our businesses, everything will be secured. And now I make sure of that. But that's exactly what we need. We also need our own water pipeline that cannot be touched. We need to have our own resource of water coming from the oceans, the lakes, dams that we own, so that we don't have to worry about nobody poisoning our water system, trying to starve us out, or trying to drought us out. All of these things are stuff that I would mention inside of these places. So, me having a futuristic visual on how this stuff should go, I mean, when you think about it, what would these people do without, how could you even have entertaining sports without Black Americans? How could you have entertaining track and field, basketball, football, hockey, food, dance, clothing, shoes, hats, different types of foods? Like, how would you have the same creativity? You just wouldn't. This whole entire, everything without us would crumble. If we disappeared from the world, everybody would feel the impact of it across the whole entire globe. I mean, if nobody recognizes the impact Black Americans have across this globe, you got to look at places like South Africa, where people start wearing gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing before people in Black America started doing that. No Indian people was wearing gold teeth in South Africa before African Americans or foundational Black Americans or indigenous brown Americans or Asiatic brown Americans or any type of American that was here before colonization. None of that stuff existed before it was introduced to the world. The type of dances we do, the type of dances we make up. Look at these ducks coming right towards me. My friends, welcome. See my friends? I walk away from them and then they come to me. But like I was saying, you know, everybody just has to realize that without this demographic of people, a lot of things in this whole entire world wouldn't exist. Air conditioner, peanut butter, cell phones, airplanes, cornbread, the GPS system, traffic lights, the internet itself, computers, light bulbs, light itself. All of these things wouldn't exist without the creations and the genius of our people, you know? And sports probably wouldn't even exist, because just like, you know, people speak about, the Black people of Canada and Nova Scotia invented hockey, but it's not talked about. Black Americans invented baseball. It's not talked about. All of these things were invented because we were kept from doing so many things that they had to make up something to have fun on these camps, kind of just like the movie Life. They got tired and bored and didn't have nothing to do and was being so secluded from all kind of other things that was going on that they started making and creating their own events. And that's what they did. Created a whole bunch of different sports. songs, music, singing from the heart, just so that they can let out the pain of what they was going through. Figuring out how to cook foods because we was only being given scraps. So jambalaya came into the picture. People didn't even heard of jambalaya until people just started making it because it was the scraps of what was left over, and they would make a pot of soup out of it. You know, all of these things, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if this ever happens again and we were segregated, we need to have the protection that we never had before. And we want that bread. Nah, you gonna send us off right with that bread. Even though we can make our own bread. You know, eventually, as soon as we get to a certain status, they're gonna try to shut us down. So there ain't even no point in trying to think and believe that they won't. They'll just have other countries come in like they did before and have 5 other countries come in to beat us all out again. That's exactly what they would do, because they can't do it by themselves if that's the route that they want to go, because they couldn't do it by themselves before. They start recruiting other countries to come and help attack us from all different angles of North America and South America and Central America. So I love all people, but to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of racists. I'm sick and tired of ignorant black folks, so I don't even want to be around them. So segregation can be very widespread, because I don't want to be around them neither. All of the people that teach their kids how to cuss and sing disrespectful songs that just teach them how to be criminals and scammers and all of this negative stuff, I'd rather not be around them either, because them ain't my kind of black folks. It's ignorant when you can't take your kids to go to a festival without... What's going on, Melissa? It's kind of ignorant. And I tell people all the time that in every single race, there's 2 different types of people. In white America, it's 3. You got good people, you got evil people, and then you got racists. Because you got some people that's evil to their own kind. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that's evil to their own kind. And then you have people that's just racist. They just don't like black people. But they kind to their own kind. You know, and then you got good people that's kind to everybody. So it's 3 different types of people in every single nationality and every race. You know what I'm saying? Just out here getting my piece, walking at this park, trying to give some good insight. Since the government keeps bringing up this segregation thing as if they didn't already try it, and black Americans didn't thrive and kind of like was wealthy on their own before they got bombed and flooded and forced to come back into a system that wasn't one of our own. And now they keep us from getting banks, land, growing our own food, having our own crops, having our own animals. And every time we do get land and get our own crops and our own animals, there's people that live around us, surrounding us, that vandalize our property because they feel like we're not supposed to have it. If you look on YouTube and look up any black family that has a farm and acres of land, they're all going through the same exact thing. What's up, wife? They all going through the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? Every single last one of them. They got 8 to 10 acres farmland, building fences, putting cameras up, and their dogs are being poisoned. People are damaging their fence. People are trying to burn up the land so that they can't grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much hate going on around black Americans owning stuff. And people don't understand the fact that we were already a wealthy community in a lot of different places. And they burned our neighborhoods, went into the houses, killed the babies, killed the parents, drowned the babies, fed them to alligators, skinned black Americans, used their hair for furniture, used their skin for clothes. Everything happened to us. And it still happened to us in 2026. Now, we are the type of people that survived. All throughout that slavery, we survived. Indigenous people, When they keep on showing you these super high light-skinned people that look 99% white, them is not natural Native Americans. Them is not indigenous people. They have indigenous people blood, but they life and they families was passed down to a whole bunch of Europeans. That's why they look 99% white. So not to say that they don't have no Native American blood in them, but they cosplaying because they really don't respect that part of their DNA, because everybody that's running their reservation ain't even Native American. These people are not. And I love the people that are really indigenous, because I have family members in my family that are very, very, very light skinned and they could pass for white. So I understand how that can happen. But there's no way that a whole entire community of people call themselves indigenous people of America and they all look like that. It's impossible. And it's so hard for a brown-skinned person to even be on a reservation or be accepted on a reservation. So it's all lies. Now they go around dancing around doing these fake powwow dances and shit. That's the reason why I don't really go to too many powwows anymore. First off, if I don't see no kind of brown-skinned people at your powwow, I know y'all full of shit. I don't have no reason to believe y'all are originals if there ain't not one brown-skinned Indian nowhere around on your powwow. It's impossible. Every single tribe of people is not going to be just 100% super light-skinned Indians. It's impossible. It's like nowhere on this planet Earth. It's like that's called exclusion. And you fit in the mindset and ideology of the colonizers, but you're calling yourself indigenous Native Americans, dancing around, jumping around all these people that you know for a damn fact are part of the colonization's lineage that did all the horrible things to us. I have my haplogroups. So if it's true, we came from the Bering Strait 15,000 to 25,000 years ago, my haplogroups show that my lineage was in Asia from 100,000 years ago to up to 25,000 years ago to 11,000 years ago and came here. And I'm brown as can be. But everybody that's supposedly from these tribes that live on the reservations, everybody's starting to find out that they keep on tribe hopping. They're going from one tribe to another tribe because they're trying to find better places to live and better environments to be around. So you got to ask yourself, how is these people actually connected to something real if they keep on jumping from place to place? I've been screaming that I'm the same thing my whole entire life. My whole entire family been saying that we 2-3 specific things in different branches of our family. We've been saying the same exact thing ever since I was born. So I know who I am and it never changed. Even when I was in gangs and doing all that type of shit, I never switched to gang. I've always been a part of the same exact gang my whole life. Even to this day, if somebody asks me where I'm from, I'm going to tell them the same exact place where I'm from. I never went from this neighborhood and then start claiming this neighborhood and then start claiming this neighborhood. That never happened. Because when you actually really real, you don't neighborhood swap like that. You don't jump from team to team and keep creating a whole different group of type of friends. I don't have no friends. But where I'm from is where I'm from. It'll never change. That's just the reality of it. So it is what it is. I'm going to always represent my section. But I'm a grown man now, so I don't live my life like that. But I appreciate this journey that we on, because you look up all the Black American inventions and it's a whole scroll of them, like 1,000. And all of the detrimental things that all of the inspiring motivational things that you use today was created by a Black American. All these lights that you see all up in the different countries, the traffic light itself was invented by a Black American. So every single country that got a traffic light with the red, yellow, and green was invented by a Black American. The internet that we use to connect, the internet that we use for these rage baiters and these racists and these fake Native Americans that disrespect brown indigenous people on here. And the same thing is happening in Mexico. They disrespect the indigenous people from Guatemala and they disrespect the brown Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? They disrespect everybody that has melanin in their skin. And it's so terrible out here that in India, you got dark-skinned Indians that disrespect. 646. So you got people in India that disrespect foreign brown people. So it's like, what kind of sense does that make? And what kind of mindset did they have? They've been so indoctrinated to believe that they better than everybody else with that mentality that they disrespect their own people. And they be darker. They be darker. They be like dark Indians from India. But they'll turn their nose up at you, even here in America. Indian people don't really speak to us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these foreigners don't really speak to us. They look down on us. They think we stupid because they own all these businesses and we don't. But there's a reason. We already had all these things. They burnt them up and they flooded us. So it's the reason why a bunch of foreigners own every goddamn corner store, all the gas stations damn near in America. There's a reason. They just don't want it to be us. That's the thing. They just want it to be us owning these things. All this land that people got, all these homes in these nice neighborhoods, they just don't want us over there. But if you look foreign, they'll treat you like the best thing smoking. Long as it ain't a Black American. And we in our own country. See, indigenous people from every country get treated the worst. In the Philippines, you don't see a lot of brown skin or dark skin Asians being promoted or advertised on the internet. You don't see that. They try to push them to the back. They try to act like they less, this is the reason why a lot of Koreans and Japanese people and Chinese people, they look down on Southeast Asian people. Because Southeast Asian is full of a lot of brown skinned Asians. So it's the same exact thing in almost every single continent. North African people. Not all of them, but the majority of them look down on the dark-skinned African people from other parts of Africa. It's sickening, you know what I'm saying, when you really think about it. Because this is happening everywhere. Hi, how you doing? God bless you. This is happening everywhere. Everywhere. Every single continent here is happening. In Australia, it's happening. New Zealand is happening. You feel me? All the Caribbean is happening. It's happening all over the place. So you got to be smart enough to understand what the hell is going on. But guess what? If they segregate us again, we're going to rise again. But this time, we're going to do that shit with some authority. We're going to do that shit with some protection. Because we got guns and shit now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, right now, we going to do that with some authority now. We ain't going to let people just overtake us like they did before. It's going to get real. It ain't going to be as easy as it was the last time. That's one thing I know for sure. It's going to be very difficult. But, all right, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. Because I got to go make some moves. But God bless y'all. I'm out. I'm hot. I took a long walk after I just got off work. I ate. Now I'm going to sit my ass down. But peace, love, and hold it.